What's up, YouTubers? You are now entering in my room, but you could see all those little things in there, right? All the little specks. That's what I wanted to avoid in my workspace. So, to be more professional, I bought an enclosed off workspace to put in my room. I've been cleaning up, getting everything ready. All this that used to be my sink area, I'm now going to make my, this is going to be like my cook-off area for the pressure cooker. I got a portable cooker. Still my living space. I need to set up my Martha tent, my Northspore boom chamber. But as you can see, look at that. Let me open it up. Just so you guys can see the level of professional. Now that we're in here, make sure it gets closed off. So, 10 by 5 space. This is going to be my work area under my flow hood. I got, jars for the cordyceps. So I just need to make the inoculation points and make the breather holes. And then same thing with these. These are just extra agar that I can inoculate. They're just clean substrates that I already cooked off. Workspace area. This cleaned off earlier. This is where I'm initially, until I get I have a table coming into. I'm either gonna put the table right there, or put a larger table right here, or I'm thinking about putting shelf space right here. So way after I set my blocks, and this is a completely dark space, I have a shelf to set my blocks on and start mass producing. Plus I have another shelf over here it's like a smaller closet area, so it's another dark space, and it just happened to come with the place. And I could fit like 12 5-pound blocks each shelf, and there's about 5 shelves, so about 60 over there. If I could get something of the same, even it's only like this high so even if it's just a shelf this high, this is about the same width. And if I could get 60 right here and 60 right there, that just means that boom, I'll be able to pull off like at least 120 cook off in a week. And yeah, I could probably cook off 120 in about a week and get them sterilized, inoculate them, do the whole shebang. Anyway, moving forward, I have all my supplies, coffee grinder, all my gummy mixes. Got my gummy mixer. Here is the jars when I do make my gummies. And my AI recommended amber glass, so that way when they do go in here, if it's not gonna be what's the word for it? If they happen to be in the sun for a while, it's not gonna affect them because the amber is gonna block it. Over here is my genetics. I lost a jar earlier when I was moving everything because it broke, so RIP, but it's a good thing I already made an agar off of it, and pretty soon I'm gonna make a liquid culture. Now look at all this. I got all these. This one got shooken up earlier because it fell. Good thing it didn't break, because that's my cordyceps. But everything else is up in here. They're chilling and slowing down their growth, so that way they don't outgrow their space. Until I need them, they'll be there for like about a year or less. And I have my genetics ready to go with syringes to inoculate more. Here is my supplies, medical breather tape, plugs for the syringes, scalpel, 100 pack of syringes, polyfill if I need it, but I've really been just fucking with the micropore tape. I bought this, and it's like Dr. Mike Nutrients pack, but I haven't used it yet. This shelf is really for the cordyceps, but it could also be for nutrient broth to make for like a substrate block or whatever, but I'm really just going to use this for the cordyceps. So what it said to use was nutritional yeast, dry malt extract, and it needed a protein. So I was going through videos and even asked my AI agent, and I said I wanted something of a protein source that I don't have to worry about like buying or ordering a whole bunch of a lot of shit. It's just something I could get at the store. I seen videos where people use eggs. It said, yeah, eggs are cool, but they could clump up and then that type of shit could cause bacteria. So no. And then I said, well, what about at my work we have egg powder, but like whole white egg powder, not with the yolks. And it was like, yeah, that's great, but the same thing, just because with water added to it, it could turn into scrambled egg again, like, just because you rehydrated it. So it sounded good, but I'd rather not. And then I said, well, what about like baby formula? And then that's something I could get at the store. And I said, yeah, but because baby formula is dry milk, same thing, it could overcook and like coagulate or whatever the fuck it said, and then it's just gonna be another problem. So I said, well, my son, when he was younger, he was having issues, so we used to give him soy baby's milk, and that's what like caused him to stop having a lot of diarrhea. So I said, well, what about soy? It's not soy baby milk, it's not dairy, so it's still a protein. And I'm sure with the baby stuff, eye health, brain nutrients, all those extra nutrients should be good, right? And it said, actually, it told me that was a genius idea, because it is a good protein. It mixes well with the water, and it's easily to dissolve in it, and it won't clump up your rice cake like if it was the other proteins that are milk based or dairy, like the egg, because they'll cook and they'll turn into like solid little clumps here and there, unless you like finely filtered it or finally made it whisk into the water enough, like. But with this, it's a lot easier. It's a clean protein, it's not too fatty, and it's everything that's great for the cordyceps. So yeah, but also in case I want to make like nutrient broth, the agars, I could use all this stuff too. So on top of that, I got these, and these are the injection port bags. I got 100 count in here. I got 100 count on the other one on the bottom. So I got 200 bags ready to go, and I only want to go with the sealer injection port. I want to make agars to, obviously sell to people, but I just want to make the agars to keep inoculating liquid cultures. I only want to go the liquid culture route and to keep inoculating my bags and all that is just because once I clean off the substrate and I seal it off, everything inside that bag is pretty much 99.9% bacteria free. When I'm sucking out a clean syringe out of the liquid culture, everything in there is 100% to 99.9% bacteria free. So when you open it and drop an agar wedge, or you drop the popcorns, like, you're always taking a risk of a mold spore, or even a mold spore being inside the syringe or the popcorn, and you just can't notice it, like, because it's not to the naked eye. So instead of doing all that, I'd rather just go the for sure route, because with those statistics, you're for sure gonna get a clean yield and all that if you just inject it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with after you cook off your agars and they're sealed, and then you inject it in there, it should be for sure, right? If you did everything right, it should be for sure. Same thing with a liquid culture. So I'd rather do the same thing with my grow box. That way, saves me on time and saves everybody the hassle of waiting for me to produce the next batch in case there's any issues. I'd rather just go a route that has the least, if anything, to none on the issues part. So, this is my supplies cabinet, at least for now, and utilizing it, and probably will grab a bigger one when business picks up. I actually bought this to be an incubation center, but it was a little too high, and there was no way I could turn the heat down below 80, even though I've tried to like turn it down to like at least 70. If I could keep this at a regular 70, this would be a perfect incubation baiter. But because it was 80 and I tried everything I could, but just the lowest it would go was like 80. So no, I can't grow in here because the mold would grow fast on, I mean, some agar dishes and like grow blocks I had lion's mane on, they did great, and then some just got mold. So I'd rather not fuck with it, and I'd just keep it for the shelving, you know. But other than that, this is my lab. 10 by 5 grow tent, easy to clean. I can just spray down the walls, you know, spray the ceiling. There's nothing really in between it. I could even Swiffer the floor, you know, but everything is easy for me to just take care of. You know, this isn't like a sheet. This is easily wipeable. It's like plastic. It's not a see-through vent. I could close off the air ports, but it's still enough air to get fresh air in here. Like, you know, it's not completely sealed off, but it's sealed off for the most part. Other than that, I'm just waiting for my extension cord. I have a smaller table. It's probably being built, but it's like a stainless steel table. I think it should be able to fit in this corner, but I should put it right here because my seat's gonna go right here. So this corner, and then, or maybe even right here, somewhere close. I'm probably gonna put it in this corner. It'll take up like this area, and then I'll be able to still sit right here, and then it's just another workbench close to my workbench. And then yeah, I should buy another rack and have, so that way after I produce and use my workstation to inoculate, I have something right here instead of traveling outside to go to, you know, to and from. I should just have a racking system right here, and that should be it. So tell me what you guys think. This is me just trying to do everything as sterile as possible and have a professional workspace that you guys could trust that I'm making good product in, and I'm keeping it clean, and you guys can see that all for yourself. It's not around any mold spores, and it's easily cleanable. So to me, this is a win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this not only for myself, so I could feel good about it, but two, visually, you guys could see that I'm taking this serious as a business. You feel me? So once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Stay tuned. This is my actual, that's my fucking snake in the cage. This is my actual lab now. It's in my room, but even if I move, this is my lab area. So I bought it. I have it. And I'm going to keep it until I upgrade and, you know, upgrade to actual place. But for now, this is my place. And it's still, it takes up a good amount in my room, but it also leaves me enough space. And it's good enough amount of space in here for me to call it an actual lab. So thank you for everybody tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, follow, stay tuned. If you have questions, let's talk. I always like to be gamed up too as well. So if you have anything that you could add on or some ideas, you know, let me know. And stay tuned for the product to be grown and shown and how it's done. So that way you can follow me through the process and know that you're getting a guaranteed for sure win. So thank you. And once again, stay tuned.